Did you learn about the Meridian, Mississippi massacre of 1871? See, Meridian was once a stronghold of black Republicans, but of course, like many instances, it was all erased. Let's jump into it. Welcome back, class, to another lesson. Today we'll be going over the riot and massacre of Meridian, Mississippi of 1871. But before we do, I want to thank my class for coming in once again. To all of you new people that are coming in, this is our digital history classroom. We go over untaught history, untaught politics, and sometimes we combine the two and do political history. And here you will find out a lot of things that you probably wasn't taught in your traditional public school. We do have a few rules here, and one of them is no texting while I am teaching, all right? The other is if you're going to drink something, it better be some good whiskey. And if you're drinking coffee, it better not be Starbucks or we're kicking you up out of here, okay? Third, make sure you comment present so I can know you were here so we can take our digital roll, all right? And also find me up here. Once we hit 500 here, I am going to start doing some really good deep dives, all right? Thank you. So let's jump into today's lesson, y'all. So Meridian, Mississippi back in 1871 was a Republican stronghold, especially a black Republican stronghold. At that time in Mississippi, Mississippi had more blacks than whites. Yes, more population of blacks than whites in Mississippi. And as we know, after the Civil War, all of your blacks, well, can't say all of them, but majority voted Republican, and they aligned with the Republican Party. Because the Republican Party was the party of Lincoln, it was the party of emancipation, civil rights, and this all-around freedom. Not only were these black people voting for a Republican, they were getting into office as Republicans. And they were building real political power in Mississippi. And not just becoming politicians in the Republican Party, they were unseating white Confederates, which really made Democrats mad, okay? Really made them mad. This was intolerable to them, and they saw this as a direct threat to white Democrats. So the spark of this event came in February of 1871. It was a dispute going on between involving a black Republican leader by the name of Aaron Moore. This led to a lot of tension inside of the courtroom, scuffles, and then people actually losing their lives. Three of the people that lost their lives were two black men, and also the more prominent one was the white judge. So, as we know, white Democrats at this time always used something to set off just destruction to black communities, and they used this white judge dying. Fast forward, black Republicans in the city were having a meeting that night, going over different tactics they would use and how to protect themselves because they knew what was going to happen. They knew how dangerous white Democrats were at the time. And they also knew that Democrats weaponized the Triple K. While they were having their meeting inside of a school, the Triple K and other white mobs surrounded the school, let off shots inside of the school, and set it on fire. They didn't set it on fire to take the lives of the men while they were in the school. They wanted them to run out. And of course, these men ran out. And when they did, they were shot down like dogs. The ones that escaped, they were hunted for the days to come. For the next 3 days after this, these mobs in the Triple K tore through black neighborhoods, y'all. They dragged people out of their homes. They executed the black Republican men in front of their families. They also hung any man that aligned themselves with the Republican Party so they can publicly show them off and make a statement. And the statement was very clear. It was clear that if you aligned with the Republican Party, you were going to die. It was no options. And the sad thing about this, y'all, is that President Grant at the time, he was so afraid of the Southern Democrats that he no longer sent federal protection to protect black people in the South. That's how powerful these people were at the time, y'all. He turned a blind eye. And also in the South, a lot of your sheriff and police departments were ran by the Triple K. So nothing would happen. So as those 3 days went by, about 100 people lost their lives. All black. All black Republicans. And this was their message that they set in Mississippi. And it also laid the groundwork for Jim Crow. And as we see, y'all, Meridian, Mississippi is still under Democrat control today. Black Republican political power has never came back up in Meridian, Mississippi. They completely erased it. And no one was punished for this either. So you guys tell me about this switch. How did they switch when the same people that were in power before is still in power today? Please tell me. But thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, follow, share. Find me up here, y'all. Find me up here. And also comment that you were present today. I will see you guys on the next one.